Hello, I'm Jim Morningstar, your guide through this 9-session integrative life teacher training series. Analysis, principle, and game. So, how do we know what beliefs we have in our mind are producing the results in our current life? If I choose my thoughts and my thoughts and feelings shape my life, why don't I just choose good thoughts and have a great life? Now, your mind has been growing and developing all your life. You have taken on the thoughts and feelings of your family and culture. You may like or dislike your thoughts, but you are responsible for keeping them or not. My father told me that bankers don't deserve all that money. That's why I robbed the bank. It's my father's fault. Well, tell that to the judge, as they say, after age 18. You're responsible for your actions. The most powerful or strongly reinforced thoughts have the greatest influence on your behavior. You're not aware of many of these. This unconscious part of the mind can be the basis of low self-esteem and self-sabotage. Sometimes I'm surprised to discover that I have negative beliefs, prejudices that other parts of my mind deny. How can I sort through the huge collection of thoughts I have to discover what is running my life? The analysis principle states, I can discover the contents of my mind. Now, each of us has the ability to discover the contents of our mind and why we are behaving the way we are if we have the courage to do so. This does not take super intelligence. Some of the most, quotes, intelligent people, IQ-wise, are blind to and therefore blinded by their feelings. Courage of the heart is a wisdom of another order and is the key to freedom and happiness. To illustrate our ability to discover the contents of our mind, we will play the analysis game. Now, a few warnings on the package. This process may seem too simple. Nevertheless, you may have emotional reactions while playing it. Mad, sad, glad, scared. This simply means that you are hitting a nerve of a real issue. That's a good sign. You may have judgments of yourself or others. Let go and proceed. Your mind may go blank. Just stay with the process. You may become temporarily confused, think you can't get it straight. Breathe and stay with the process. You may experience tiredness. Again, keep breathing and stay with the process. Ultimately, it's not dangerous except to your misery. Now, following along on Class 3, Handout 2, the analysis game. Number 1, choose an area of present challenge in your life, either work or personal, and write, A, what I have is, and this is something I want to change. For example, I have low wages. And in B, what I want is, and this is something I'd like to have instead. I want higher pay, for example. Now, the simpler and more concrete you make this, the better for this exercise. Don't make it vague or amorphous. 2. Now, this step is something you need when you go to the theater. It's called a willing suspension of disbelief. We're going to ask you to imagine something now that your mind may have some problems with. But don't worry, you can change your mind and go back to not imagining that as soon as we're done. But for the present time, imagine that what you have is actually, for some reason, what you want. That means, in the example above, I have low wages, and part of me wants them. We'll find out why. Step 3, the reason I want what I have, in this case low wages, is, now, write 3 good, not neurotic, reasons that you want this. That is a genuine benefit to at least part of me, even if the rest of me is repulsed by it. Now, this takes courage to admit. A neurotic reason might be, oh, I'm bad and deserve to be picked on. That's not a good reason. There's no big benefit to that. So reasons that a part of me for example, might want lower pay would be one, with low pay, I don't have too much responsibility for tasks that don't fit me or I don't like. The second reason, low pay will challenge me to value my service and look for a job that fits me and an employer that really appreciates me. A third reason might be low pay prompts me to work harder to show what I'm good at and earn respect and compensation. Now, you're not supposed to like or agree with these reasons, but they do provide some form of benefit, even if they do not get you what you ultimately want. But that's what we're looking for here. Places that we get stuck in our life. Because number 4 will tell us what's going on. Number 4, the limiting belief which makes these reasons understandable or valid is. So what form of limited thinking would make a valid reason for wanting what I have? This also takes great courage to see and admit that a perhaps fearful part of me can indulge in such limited belief. But here's where your forgiveness and the next process, which we'll engage in, will help make a great shift in your life. So, limiting beliefs. Now, I'm just giving examples here. These are not the only possible limiting beliefs. There's many. You have to discover what are yours. So using the example that we have now, the first reason for wanting what I have is that earning more would trap me into things that I don't like and mean more struggle. So the limiting belief underneath this could be work is inherently soul deadening for me. So I just do enough to survive. The second reason I stated was low pay shows I'm not respected for my true value where I'm working and will prompt me to wake up and value myself more by getting more pay or leaving, which I wouldn't do unless I were barely making it. So the limiting belief here might be I won't improve my lot in life until I'm forced to. It has to get quite miserable for me to risk changing. The third reason I stated for wanting what I have is I can't earn more unless I work harder. Limiting belief here is I have to prove myself and success doesn't come easy for me. Okay, so stop the video and complete handout 2. Keep breathing as you do and come back to the video. Now, if you're feeling uncomfortable or irritated, that suggests you may have done the exercise correctly. We are getting to the roots of the fears and limitations in the basement of your mind. So, how do I change my limiting beliefs? Next, we'll learn how to change the contents of our mind and move out of the unconscious stuckness that has been running our lives. Holding you in my heart as fellow travelers on the road home, I send and receive blessings for our circle and all sentient beings till next class. Blessings in light and love.